What if I told you the apps you use every single day don't actually live on your phone? Pause for a second and think about that. When you open Instagram, watch a movie, send a message, or upload a photo, where is all of that really happening? Is it inside your device or somewhere else, far away? The truth is, it's happening in the cloud. Now I know the word cloud sounds mysterious, almost magical, but let's make it very simple. Cloud computing just means this. Instead of owning powerful computers and servers yourself, you rent them over the internet. That's it. No complicated setup, no expensive machines sitting in a room, no worrying about hardware failures. You just use what you need when you need it and pay only for that. It's like electricity. You don't build your own power plant, right? You just turn on the switch and it works. Cloud computing is exactly the same idea, but for computing power. Now here's where things get really interesting. Who is providing all this power? Who owns these massive systems that run the internet? There are three giants behind most of it. Amazon Web Services, also known as AWS, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud Platform. These three companies are basically the backbone of modern software. But here's a question you might be thinking. If they all do the same thing, why do we need three? Why not just one? Because even though the core idea is the same, each one has its own strengths, its own personality, its own way of doing things. Let's start with AWS. AWS is the oldest of the three. It entered the cloud world early and moved fast. Because of that, it has grown into the most mature and widely used platform today. Think of AWS like a huge, fully equipped workshop. Whatever you want to build, chances are, AWS already has a tool for it. Want to host a website, build a mobile app, store massive amounts of data, run complex systems? AWS can handle all of it. That's why so many startups and big companies trust it. It's reliable, it's powerful, and it's incredibly flexible. But here's the catch. With so many tools and options, it can feel overwhelming. Imagine walking into a giant warehouse filled with thousands of tools, but no clear instructions. You might ask yourself, where do I even start? That's the trade-off, power and flexibility, in exchange for complexity. So here's a question for you. Do you want complete control, even if it takes time to learn? Or do you prefer something simpler? Now let's move to Azure. Azure is Microsoft's answer to cloud computing, and its biggest strength is something very simple: familiarity. Many businesses already use Microsoft products: Windows, Office, Outlook, Active Directory. These tools are deeply embedded in how companies operate. So when those companies move to the cloud, Azure feels natural. It connects smoothly with what they already have. No major changes, no steep learning curve. It's like upgrading your home instead of moving to a new city. Everything still feels connected, and that's why enterprises, large organizations love Azure. It fits into their existing systems without breaking anything. But let's ask an honest question. Does being familiar always mean it's the best option, or just the most comfortable one? Because sometimes, comfort can limit exploration. Now let's talk about Google Cloud. Google came into the cloud space later than AWS and Azure, but it didn't come empty-handed. It came with one major advantage: data. Google processes an unimaginable amount of data every single day. Search queries, maps, YouTube videos, emails, billions of interactions, constantly. So when Google built its cloud platform, it focused heavily on data, analytics, and artificial intelligence. Google Cloud is incredibly strong when it comes to understanding data, analyzing patterns, running machine learning models. It's built for companies that want to make smarter decisions using data. Think about recommendation systems, predictions, automation. That's where Google Cloud shines. But again, here's something to think about. Do you actually need advanced AI and data tools? Or do you just need a simple, reliable place to run your app? Because more features don't always mean better if you don't use them. Now let's zoom out for a moment. Despite all these differences, AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud are doing the same core job. They give you access to powerful computing infrastructure without you ever owning a single piece of hardware, and that changes everything. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're building an app. At first, only a few people use it, no problem. But suddenly, it goes viral. Thousands. Then, millions of users start joining. What happens next? If you were using your own servers, they might crash under pressure. You'd need to buy more machines, set them up, maintain them. That takes time and money. But in the cloud, you simply scale. More users, Add more resources instantly. Traffic drops, reduce resources just as quickly. No waste, no delays. This ability to grow and shrink instantly is one of the biggest advantages of cloud computing. It gives you flexibility that was almost impossible before. And it doesn't stop there. Let's talk about global access. With cloud computing, your data and applications are not tied to one location. They can be available across the world. A user in Pakistan, another in the US, another in Europe, all accessing the same system at the same time. That's powerful. It means businesses can go global without physically being everywhere. But now, let's talk about the side people often ignore. Because cloud computing isn't perfect. It brings challenges too. The first one is cost. At the beginning, cloud services felt cheap. You only pay for what you use. Sounds great, right? But here's the problem. If you don't monitor your usage carefully, costs can grow fast, very fast. It's like ordering food online every day. Each order feels small. But at the end of the month, the total surprises you. In the cloud, unused resources, inefficient systems, or poor planning can quietly increase your bill, so you have to stay aware. Next, security. Your data is no longer sitting in your office. It's stored in data centers, possibly in different parts of the world. Now yes, cloud providers invest heavily in security, in many cases more than any individual company can afford. But here's the truth. Security is still your responsibility too. If you misconfigure something, if you leave a door open, it doesn't matter how strong the system is, problems can happen. So the question becomes, are you prepared to manage that responsibility? And then there's something called vendor lock-in. This is something many people don't think about in the beginning. When you build your system on one cloud platform, you start using its specific tools and services. Over time, your system becomes deeply connected to that platform. So if you ever want to switch, it's not easy. It can take months, even years. And sometimes it's so difficult that companies just stay where they are, even if better options exist. So here's a big question. Are you choosing a cloud provider or committing to a long-term relationship? Now take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Cloud computing is everywhere. Streaming platforms, online shopping websites, banking apps, social media, even the games you play. Almost everything depends on the cloud in some way, but most people never think about it. It's invisible, and maybe that's what makes it so powerful. You don't see it, but it's always there, working behind the scenes. Now let's bring it back to you. If you're learning about cloud computing, you don't need to memorize every service, every feature, every detail. That's not the goal. The real goal is to understand the idea behind it. The cloud gives you power without ownership. It gives you speed without heavy setup. It gives you global reach without physical presence. But in return, it asks for responsibility. It asks you to manage cost, to think about security, to plan for the future. And once you understand that, everything starts to make sense. So instead of asking, which cloud is the best, ask something better. What do I actually need? Do I need maximum flexibility and endless tools? Do I need smooth integration with existing systems? Do I need powerful data and AI capabilities? Because your answer to that question will guide your choice. And here's one final thought. Years ago, companies competed by building better hardware, bigger servers, faster machines. Today, that's not the game anymore. Now they compete by how well they use the cloud, how fast they can build, how quickly they can scale, how smartly they can manage resources. So the next time you open an app, or upload a photo, or watch a video, take a moment and ask yourself, where is this really happening? Because it's not in your phone, it's not in your room. It's happening somewhere far away, inside massive data centers, powered by Azure or Google Cloud, quietly, instantly, continuously. And the most fascinating part, you don't even notice it. That invisible power is what's running the modern world. And now that you understand it, you're no longer just a user of technology, you're someone who sees what's behind it. So the next question is, what will you build with it? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.